All right, hopefully this will be working. All right, is everybody good now? I don't know what happened with that link. All right, good morning, everyone. If you would say hello in the chat, this is a makeup lesson for our all access group. Today we are working in we're doing a pre-boot camp. Merry Christmas, Dad. Dad first on. I knew you would be first on today. All right, so as we go into Santa Claus is coming to town, there are a couple of really important things. One is with all of these Christmas things, I'm always thinking melody. You guys know that. No matter what we do, this is it, the link. Okay, so hopefully this is right. You guys can verify that and verify the sound. I need to make sure the sound is okay. In just a minute, I'm actually going to turn on the track for Santa Claus is Coming. To my all access members, I put the boot camp PDF that we continually add to. I put that in the folder for this week, as well as we have a video and video play along, as well as an audio play along. What's up, Vance? Good to see you. All right, let me say hey to everyone. Doug, good to see you. Vicky, good to see you. Dad, good to see you. And, of course, Vance. Okay, so again, when we're talking about Christmas tunes, this is about Christmas survival. If you have Christmas gigs, and Vance is a person who's one of our YouTube members who has a gig coming up. If you wait till end of November to practice for Christmas, it's way too late, right? So a couple of things as you're thinking about melody for all of these Christmas tunes, you need to know the melody, and there are lots of shortcuts you can use to really help you play really in any key. But like have yourself a merry little Christmas. You just go arpeggio, have yourself and then it comes down at the fifth, merry little Christmas, down the scale, right? And then it goes to the first inversion. Okay, so there are some really nice tricks you can do. On O Christmas Tree, you go fifth root of whatever key you're in. If I'm in F, right? Really important. So we're going to talk about this idea. If I'm doing Jingle Bells, watch Jingle Bells. You have C triad, and I can go right around the triad, right? It's middle finger on whatever key you're in. If I'm playing it in the key of C, most of the melody is around this triad. Okay? Okay, so now let's talk about Santa Claus is Coming. So where does that start? If you're looking at the chart, you start on the third. Right, and you actually can start at the fifth. Oh, you better watch out. But notice it's C major, right? So, and then it goes on the fifth, it's the third, on the F chord, it's the third of the F. And then you go back again, starting over. Now, here's the crazy thing about Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Notice that if I go, what did I just do there? Whatever key you're in for Santa Claus is Coming to Town, you go, Santa Claus is coming to town. So whatever key you're in, Santa Claus is coming is the third up to the fifth. Santa Claus to the root, to the third. Ba-da-ba-da. Do you see the triad in there? Ba-da-ba-da-da. And then you go 2, 4, 7, 1. 2, 4, 7, 1. Again, good morning to you all, and to all a good night. We had a great conference this week, and we just finished up last night. Dad was there, and so it feels good to be back teaching again. So thank you guys for all letting me postpone the Monday morning all access lesson until Wednesday, and we'll be back on schedule for tomorrow. Sounds like I just did a spot for that. Okay, so are we good? Everybody good? All right, now let's turn on the backing track. I'm actually going to slow it down. And at first, before we even get into the melody the chords of this, I just want you to be thinking like melody. Whatever Christmas song you're doing, you got to learn the melody, right? So on this one, we're going to start on the fifth. Oh, yeah, you better watch out. And then it's third, and it's going up the scale, right? And then you do it again. All part of the scale. Now, right here, now I'm going 3, 5, 1 of whatever key. then 2, 4, 7, 1. Okay, so let's actually turn on the track and have fun with that. I'm going to turn on, right now this is at, I don't even know what the BPM is this, but we're going to slow it down. So you're going to go, yeah, let's slow it down because I want you guys to not only hear it, but also to be able to play along and not stress about it moving too quickly. 1, 2, here we go. So still to scale, third. Here's the trick. We go 3, 5, 1, 3, 2, 4. And then you can go. Here we go. 3, 5, 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And all right, now, how is the balance of the track? Is it good? Let's do it again while we're practicing this. Let me check with you guys. So, as we're talking about our pre-Christmas boot camp, November, the whole month of December, we will continue to do blues and jazz that are not a part of Christmas. But I really like to focus our boot camps on how to play over a Christmas tune, how to use all these changes, and how to use all these solo ideas that you learn in blues and jazz to go over your Christmas tunes. So ultimately, it's about melody, ba-ba-da-bum, ba-dee-da-da-da, but I also want to hear a little bit of blues in there. And so you can play your blues scale at certain times, or the A blues lick. And another thing that I did, you heard me go, ba-ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da. Right? You hear? Do you hear it? Are you hearing it? So even though I am thinking about the melody of the tune, most important, occasionally I'm feeling like I want to turn it into a little bluesy feel. Are you guys feeling that as much as I am? Or is it just me? All right, so balance is good. Yes, hearing it, Vicky, definitely. Okay, let's turn on the track again and do this. I'm showing 2 likes now. Usually I see 1 like. Well, I'm hoping that we get to 10 by the end of this stream. And once again, this is just a pre-boot camp. This is not even the meat of what we're going to be doing, but I want everybody to know as you're getting ready for Christmas and playing Christmas songs for other people, you need to make sure we know the melody, most important. And then all of these other ideas are just fun things that you can and should put in your playing. Let me turn on the track again, and just let's spend time with that again. So I'm thinking melody with the right? 3, 5, 1, 3, 2, 4, bum, bum, bum. Three, 5, 1, 3, 2, 4, Okay, let's go on to the bridge. Go to the 4th note of G minor to the 5th. 3rd of F. Then it goes up and does the same thing on A minor to G let's stop it. So isn't it fun how, as you're thinking about the melody, how simple it is to hang around in this area that we know, like C major. And I did this on purpose. I'm doing some licks where I just can play for days and want to play for days. If you find something that you like, play it over and over and get used to that sound. Like I could, for days, just want to go. And then I could go here. And then I'll even put the Vance in here. I'll go. Three, 5, 1. And as you're playing this and as you're thinking about the melody, there are a couple of fun little alterations you can do. Instead of, oh, you better watch out, you can go kind of like Blue Monk. I was showing Vance how I like to do bluesy type melodies over stuff like this. Da, 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 da. So I just went 3rd up to the 5th, and then 3rd up to the 5th, and then da da ba da da da. And I said the Vance here, so Vance has his lick that's in his etude that goes da 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 da. That's the flat 9 of A7, 5th. Okay, what's up, Jeffrey? Jeffrey, the most consistent man at iMusicAcademy, who is also affectionately known as the likes minister, says we are at 5 likes, even though I'm showing 2. We have 10 people watching. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Now, let's go back to this idea. We'll get to the chords in just a minute, but whatever key you're in on Santa Claus Is Coming, remember that it goes up to the 4th of your minor and then up to the 5th. So G minor, you go G, A, B, C. And even though it's a C7, you're using a major 7 there. It's a nice little rub there. Ba da 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 bum bum. And the 3rd of F. And then it does the same thing up a whole step. A flat diminished. Then it's 2-5 in G, so A minor. And then 2-5 in C. And then you end with da da. And then it does it again. Now, let me say this. I put in the B flat. Sometimes it's fun to go to the B flat. So you better watch out. And instead of hanging there just on the F, better not cry, go to the flat 7. You better not. 2-5, F to B flat. What a nice sound that is. And then you're just Santa Claus is coming to town. So let's talk about the left-hand voicings. If you do 3, 6, 9, that's not a bad voicing there. And I wrote all these out. It's in the Bootcamp PDF, but you have C9, bum, bum, and then F major 7. Just do this for now. Major 7, 3, and 5, and then B flat. You can go B flat 13. So that's just like our G13, but transposed up. And then your 1, 6, 2, 5. And all that is a turnaround chords. 3, 6, 9 to A7. You guys know this. That's A7 with the flat 13, G, C sharp, and F. D minor 9 to G13. And to all of our YouTube subscribers, not members, but just subscribers, thank you for hanging out, and I hope you get these chords down. The turnaround is E, A, D to A7 with the flat 13, D minor 9, which we do often, G13, 1, 6, 2, 5. And what you can do on there, on that part, is you can play a little bluesy lick. You could go, I could go, or I can do the Vance, or I can play the melody. Or I can go. So anything that you're feeling. Another thing is you might want to play. I demonstrated as you're playing the melody this idea of not just playing it as it is, which is nice and important, but sometimes you might want to go bluesy. And then go back to Santa Claus is coming to town. And a great thing to do, whether you're advanced or somewhere in between or a beginner, is get used to improvising with your triads. You can go C, and then A7 and D7, or minor 7, or D minor or G13 triads. So I did. And even when you're improvising with triads, you don't have to play all the notes of the triad. You could just do a couple like I did there. I went bridge 2-5. Same thing on G. So even when I go up, instead of always having the major third, sometimes I want to hear that little bluesy. So now let's turn on the track and just improvise with, or not only improvise, but think about the melody and ways we can manipulate the melody just a little bit to sound bluesy if you want to go. Or maybe start off down. Here comes the bridge. Thinking melody. Same thing up a whole step. All right, let me stop and check on the chat. How is everybody doing this morning? All right, we have 8 likes. Jeffrey, you're doing a good job as the likes minister. Now, I'm expecting George to pop in this stream any second to tell me he has his cup of coffee. So I'm going to take a sip of coffee. So put your little coffee stickers in the chat or emojis. And what's the takeaway so far? What is something that you're like, oh yeah, that's a good idea to be thinking like that? Somebody put that in the chat. I wasn't even going to do coffee for this stream this morning. I thought George would probably like to have a cup of coffee right about now. I don't know. He might be busy on a Wednesday. Okay. As I'm waiting for you guys to put something that you have learned from the stream or something to be thinking about, I will keep teaching. But as we're doing this, I want you to remember that learning Christmas tunes is all about the melody, right? I mean, learning the melody is important. If I do Christmas Time Is Here, right, that's our F major 7 voicing. That's beautiful to know that. And it goes here to the sharp 11. So of E flat. Okay, so there are certain tricks and things that you learn that are really going to help you. If I'm in doing again "Oh Christmas Tree," you go 1 to the 6th chord, and then you go 2, 5, and 1. So "Oh Christmas Tree," oh. You can go lots of different ways to voice the A7, but then it's 2. Okay, and then, so once you get that progression, you can play that in any key, but then it goes to the 3, 6, 2. And no matter what the song is we're playing, if I do Jingle Bells, right? 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, and then it goes to the 4 chord. A Train, right? Right, fits right under the hand. And that's what I want you guys to get from this. That's one of my takeaways. And whenever I'm improvising, especially for Christmas tunes, I'm thinking melody. And you guys heard me as I was demonstrating. I go, oh, you better watch out. And I'm thinking, Vance. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 bump up da battle beat and 2 put the Vance in there. You know what I probably need to do is write out a couple of etudes for you guys, not just the melody, which we always do, and the voicings, but maybe a little etude for the boot camp this year. So we're going to do 4 or 5 different new tunes that we haven't done, in addition to the ones we've already done. All right, another time for coffee, and then we'll work on some bluesy ideas. I'm right now hoping that George is going to see me drinking coffee, and he'll come join us in the stream. Coffee and cake. Okay, so as we're back to this idea of blues, if I'm playing there he is. I knew George. I wanted to this morning celebrate George, and you guys know that I do this all the time, where I tell you how awesome you are and how thankful I am that you guys are members. George has been hanging around iMusicAcademy for a long time, always super supportive of everything that I do. And George, just I had a cup of coffee, and I wanted to mention you specifically, just to say thank you for being a longtime supporter of iMusicAcademy. I hope you're having as much fun as I am having you as a member. But this idea, guys, and I'm having my cup of coffee for you this morning, George. As you're going through and you get these melodies down, be thinking melody. That's the one thing I want you to do. And the other thing I want you guys to do is sing along. I know at times it can be very annoying when I sing along with while I'm playing, and I know it's better sometimes probably just to not do that. But I want to encourage you guys. All right, very good, George. Yeah, you saw me sipping my cup of coffee. As I play these melodies and I sing along, I like the idea of singing out loud. I don't care if you think you're a singer or not. I want you to be thinking ba ba dee ding, boo da doo dun, dee da dee ba da doo da da, boo doo da dee da 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 ba da 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 da. da 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 da, do da da do da, ba da da do da do da do, and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. We can even put our Ray Charles in there. Here we go. We could go. I don't know why this track is, I think I'm having some kind of computer delay. I don't know what's going on, what's causing it to overload and kind of be sketchy on the play along track, but it's not like that whenever I created it. So I'm sure it's just some kind of weird lag thing. And we did freeze the track, so we made it slower, but normally it'll have a better quality to it. I just froze it so that we could slow it down. And I go here. Now, right now, I'm practicing different bluesy ideas, but I want you guys to know this, that when we're playing major tunes and Santa Claus is Coming, the blues is important, but you don't want to just overly blues it with the minor third. It would get really old really quick if all you're doing is bluesy things. So you want a nice mix. You go, here we go. My bass player may have drunk his breakfast. Yes. I got what you mean by that, Vance. That's pretty funny. Yeah, because he's a little bit slowed down and it sounds a little sloppy and soupy, but I promise you he's fine. All right, let's play the melody again. Be thinking. All right, here we go. Bridge, C up to D. So a little bit of blues and back to the major third, right? I could go. All right, here we go. What if we did this? What am I doing? Let's talk about it. So one of the Vance, this is in Vance's tune as well. You're going down to the minor third. So you start on the fourth. So on the key of A, okay, same thing. And it goes to the third of the next chord. Okay, another thing we could do is we could go. So there, I'm using the ninth, just like we've been doing in our Barry Harris thing. So you're going up to the ninth. If I was on G minor and I go G minor 7, G minor 7, and I come up here and I'm on the ninth. That's a nice sound, isn't it? So I go. And then even on A. So. So good to practice those ideas, and what I call, restrictive practice. When you're practicing one particular idea, maybe it's blues. This idea as a after I've played the melody, I'm just seeing how C major octave sounds over that with a little blues notes. See how I go back to the major third? All right, now here we go. Let's practice that ninth arpeggio. We're gonna go again. Let's do it on A minor and melody. Now I could do blues example 1. I could go. I don't know what's going on with the track. And 3 and 4 and 1. So let's do the ninth again. All right, let me stop that. I didn't even realize something. I have to get back to this. I didn't even realize how long I've been going for. I was off for 2 days and doing that conference, and normally we do a 30-minute, 35-minute, and I'm still going, and it's been 45 minutes. Okay. I guess I'm already thinking the boot camp has begun. All right, let's actually turn it just for fun as we wind this lesson up. Let me just turn it on, and let's speed it up just a little bit. And I will go ahead and I will make the backing tracks at the right tempos. This is 125, and you can just practice. All right, here comes the bridge. Take it to the bridge. The He's. And 2 and 3. let's try that ninth arpeggio. Here we go. Same thing. All right. Yeah, I'll make sure that we do a really relaxed tempo. All right, let's just do a recap of what I want you guys to do. So notice that as we started off, the most important thing is the melody. I want everybody to get the melody. Ba-da-da, you could go up to G, ba-da-da-da-da-da, and it's written out. It's in the All Access folder. Ba-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, and then you go ba-da-da right here. Okay, and then you're here. Here's the important thing. 3, whatever key you're in. 3, 5, 1, 3, 2, 4, 7, 1. Okay, really important. Doesn't matter what key I'm in. I go, if I'm in the key of F, right? That's really important to know, because sometimes you might show up somewhere to play and they're like, all right, key of D, and you're like, okay, the third note of D is F sharp, and then 2, and then 7, 1, right? Really important. If I'm in B flat, okay? If you understand that, got it in the chat. And then the other thing you're going to do is think a little bit bluesy. And notice that as I'm doing improvisation over that, I'm thinking of things that I'm showing you guys all the time, like this idea of go to your A minor, right? 3 half steps down from C, and now you have that little A blues scale, and all you need to do is alternate between the minor third and the major third, right? Occasionally I want to hear that nice major third over there. Vance says the ninth arpeggio is gold. Yes, sometimes with our restrictive practicing, you say, whenever I get to the G minor, I'm going to do that. You can also start on the third. Right? So you can go here. So if I wanted to start on the third, I could do that as well. C. And then I'm on the fifth. So that time I start on the fifth. I like that. I like that. Or I like that. Reminds me of a tune. What tune is that? It's something like Emily or some kind of Bill Evans thing that reminds me of. And then so or all right, let's so you're going to work on the melody. It's written out, and the left-hand voicings. I turn on the track. The track is in there, but it's a little fast right now. I will add to that. But just know, guys, that starting next week, I'm going to do a boot camp, and it's going to have a bunch of these tunes. And another thing, I just want to give everybody a really important tip, is that when you see, I put a scale section in the middle of this thing, because and the correct fingerings. A lot of us, we just never had scale training, and I think it's really important because I want you to be able to say, all right, 3, 6, 9, 5 root in any key, 3, 6, 9, 5 root, 3, 6, 9, 5 root. And the only way you're going to get there is by knowing your major scales. And you guys can do this. Literally, you're going to go up to the first one and say, all right, here's the scale fingering for the key of C. Okay, and you get it down. So then I think C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. And we start to work on that kind of stuff. And so that then you could say 3, 6, 9, 5 root, or 3, 6, 9, 5 major 7. What a pretty voicing that is, right? Just... And then you start to think like a guitar player sometimes when you hear these voicings and I go up and down by whole steps and half steps. I'm thinking a lot of times like I would if I'm playing guitar, that kind of thing. All right, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this. Please put in the chat if you're enjoying the idea of Christmas boot camp. I love the idea of restrictive practice. We're going to really focus on that as well, because it's fun to take all of these ideas and like sometimes I'm thinking scales, like no matter what, I'm going to be on that Dorian scale, then I'm going to be on that, and then I'm going to go beyond G minor, and then maybe whole tone. But then I'm going to do all my practicing like that. So I'm thinking scale, and now I'm thinking... And right here, I'll think Dorian, and then I'll think like altered or something like that. But it's fun to like just connect. Like I'm thinking F major, right? And then I go here, still thinking F major. Even here, thinking F major. Even over that B flat. Now I'm thinking Mixolydian. Now back to Dorian. And then altered. So like just deciding I'm going to work on my scales, you know, or put the half steps in there. And I'm still thinking like lines. I'm thinking... All right, guys. George says he's enjoying it. Man, I cannot believe that I've gone this long on the stream. More fun than the last boot camp I went to. That's funny. Yeah, Dad's a military guy, so I get what you're saying. Although there's a funny story about T-Man. You guys want to hear it? I got a story for you. Since he brought up boot camp. All right, I need about 4 or 5 people to say you want to hear this story about my dad and what he did. You're going to want to know this. I need a few people to put it. You was enjoying it till I started mentioning Mixolydian. No, you like Mixolydian, Vance. All right, I need at least 3 people to say they want to hear the story I have about my dad and the military something. It's declassified information I can share with you. right. George has asked. All right, here's the story. So, Dad, who is military, was in boot camp, and it's a family show. And you know how it is. You have to stay up all night and do all these crazy things, right? So during boot camp, they had to stand with their they had their boots up, and they're standing outside the door or inside the door of your room, from what I remember. And you could see that you had your boots up, that you're standing up, and that you were like standing up all night, right? And you could not go down and go to sleep. So he took off his boots and put them up by the door and went to sleep. Can you believe that? My own father. I was traumatized when I heard that. He's supposed to be standing up, and he took off his boots and put them by the door so people would see his boots and think he's standing up. What should we do? Yeah, that's a good story. How about let's do Vance says, but if you get caught doing that, they'll give you the boot. I can always count on Vance. Oh, little town of Bethlehem, how still we see thee lie. right, guys. That was fun to get a little melody practice in. I didn't think anyone would still be here, and maybe there won't be when I refresh this. I think I'm going to add, we didn't get to 10 likes. We only got to 9. Let's see. Oh, Vicky, thank you so much for your generous donation. Thank you, Vicky, so much. Don't want to miss that. So obviously I'm searching for melodies, right? And so I think I'm gonna add In the Bleak Midwinter because that's just such a pretty song, and I want to balance between doing some jazz changes and then some regular things. But the melody, like the melody that I think I want to stick with is that somewhere in there. So we go. You have this, but a little bridge might be. That sharp 11 sounds so nice when you go to like B flat and you put your E natural. And then I can go. Jeffrey said we made it. Hey, Jeffrey, we wouldn't have made it if it wasn't for the likes minister, so thank you very much. I'm showing 9 now. That's pretty good. Let's see if it's updated to 10. What a fun stream. Thank you for letting me go a little bit long. It was a fun conference. Oh, I'm only showing 9. That's not good. We didn't make it, Jeffrey. 7 people still watching. But again, thank you for hanging out in the pre-boot camp. Now, there was quite a lot of material that is going to help you with melodies, and I just at the end do what I've been doing lately and just keep practicing. So that was kind of fun for me just to get some melodies out. But I hope you have an awesome day. Here's what we do at the end. We always say goodbye to each other. And for anybody left, good to see you. Dad was first on today. Vicky, good to see you. I think I saw Doug earlier. I see Vance. I see Vicky. I see Jeffrey, most consistent man at iMusicAcademy. George, of course, super consistent always. I'm going to finish my cup of coffee in honor of George. George, you're awesome. Been hanging out at iMusicAcademy a long time. Love the fact that you're a member. And very good. Vance is due in court. Vance, we got to get you out of court. All right, guys, I'm going to just wrap it up myself. I'm going to turn off my camera, and I'll see you guys get to say goodbye to each other. And, oh, it must be a delay or something. We'll see. I'll sign off once I actually see 10. And it helps me know that you guys are enjoying this. Also, I love it when you guys comment. Like if there's something that the stream that we went over today that helps you, please let me know. Or if maybe you just want to say hello in the chat. I really feel like we need to really wake up this algorithm. I try to give you guys just tons and tons of things to practice, even if you're not a member, even if you're just a subscriber. And so I love to connect with you guys. So just let me know how things are going. I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel. If you feel like joining the YouTube channel, we would love to have you, or any of the other academies. See you in the next one, and have a Merry Christmas. 10 in the bank. Jeffrey, you're the man. I'm going to refresh. Let's see if Jeffrey's right. In the bank. All right, I'm still showing 9, but I believe you, Jeffrey. And last thing I'll say is anybody who's watching, if there's any particular songs you'd like for me to cover, let me know. There's so many good Christmas songs to add to the list. I like, there's another one that I'm thinking of. Ba 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 not just we did O Little Town of Bethlehem. There's another one like that. We're gonna definitely do A Little Town. Oh, and we did we could do Linus and Lucy if we wanted to. Oh, Christmas Tree. We're only going to do 4, though. What Child Is This is the big one. That's going to be the best. Yeah. I do crazy things on that one. All right, 30 seconds, I'm out. Jeffrey says James Brown, Santa Claus. That's pretty funny. We could.